Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. So we're gonna do a little bit of a recap now. Recap. Yes, we're gonna get into day 10. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Okay. We're gonna get a recap of day 11 and day 12. Sewer Rat Darrell Brooks Jr. Gaslighting recaps trial days 10 and 11. So I'm going to show a couple of recaps. I'm going to try to keep this within an hour. Okay, so I'm going to show some recaps of day 10, and today was actually day 11. So we're going to get into day 11. This man completely all he do is to show himself. Okay. And we're going to basically, what I want to focus on with this, the reason why I'm focusing on this one, because I want you to get into the personality disorders, okay? So I want to focus on his gaslighting, his manipulation, trying to control the courts, him feeling that he's entitled, his tantrums. It's just amazing. It really is. This man is a complete nutcase. Okay. Now, just going to give you a brief summary of what this monster did. Okay. And we're supposed to have entitlement for you, sir. You supposed to feel like, excuse me, you feel like you have entitlement. We're supposed to feel sorry for you. No, it doesn't work that way, sir. Okay. You're a monster. You got out, you used your mama's car, took your car, find your girlfriend, you beat the crap out of her. Okay, you beat the crap out of her. Then you turned around, took your car, went through a parade and killed six people. One of them was a 6-year-old, excuse me, 8-year-old child, a child, and many was wounded. Okay, this is what you did, and now he's representing himself. Can you believe this? And then he has a list of, domestic violence, crimes. He's a criminal. He's just a lowlife. He's just a piece of crap. He should have been out here in the street. And just before he did this last crime, these people, if I'm correct, his mother bailed him out of jail. Yes, she bailed him out of jail. You know, why are you even supporting this monster? See, this is what I'm talking about with behaviors, okay? You see, a lot of times that these criminals, these sociopaths, narcissists, they get away with stuff because they have a parent member that basically enables them. All right. And then she has the nerves to say, if you watch my other live stream, because I've been following this, right? If you watch the other one that I did, you can watch the recaps. I usually put timestamps to help people to navigate in case you don't want to hear the whole live stream because these are kind of long, right? Excuse me to everybody's coming in. I will greet you. Just give me just a second. So she had the nerves to say it. I he has a mental disorder and he just needs some help. And I don't appreciate them treating my son like a sewer rat. So that's why I call him a sewer rat. Your son is a sewer rat. Look at this picture that you see on the screen. Tell me, don't that look like a rat? He looks like a sewer rat. And he looks like a gremlin, too. Okay? Your son is a monster. This is why he is the way he is. He feels entitled because you coddled him, and so many people coddled him. And another thing, too, that bothers me about this whole thing, which I will show clips, too, the judge. Now, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have no law degree. Did not go to college for this. Yes, she's a judge, so she got her degrees and everything. But I just don't understand why you let this man get away with all this disrespect to you as the judge. You are the judge. You control the courtroom. Why are you letting him get away with this disrespect? I completely just don't understand. I don't get it. We watch the clips and you tell me, you share your thoughts and opinions, and you let me know what do you think. And make sure you hit the like button. And the people that's watching the replay, check out for the what am I trying to say? Check out for the timestamps and also hit the like button and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section to let me know what you think. All righty. So we're gonna get into clip one. Now, clip one I'm gonna show. Give me just a second. Let me share the screen. All right. Before I show this, okay, let me just greet the people that's in here real quick because I want to try to do this in a certain kind of order. So like it's easier for me to do timestamps, ladies and gentlemen. So just give me a second. I'm gonna greet the people that's in here. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. Let me get back to your point. I'm so sorry there. Okay, now let me get into the people that's in here. And we have Mod on deck, finger looking damn good. Oh, okay. I sorry, I had to set things up. And it says, okay, okay, no problem. I changed my name. So it's me, Donna. It's Halloween. So I had to come up with something good name. Girl, there's nothing wrong with it. Let's bring in the spirit. Yes, it's cool. Freddie Jason Myers. Ooh, boy. All righty. Yeah, I know. We're going to get into this Sewer Rat. Mm-hmm. All right, Swoop. Blessings to you, girl. And we have Monica. Hey, 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 hey. All righty. And Teresa, we got mod on deck. Okay, this is good. We got some mods on deck. Got some mods on deck. Thank you for the purple hearts. Thank you for the purple hearts. All right, we're gonna get ready to get into. I see people just greeting each other. And who do I see? Do I see BG up in here? Yes, we got BG up in the house. All right, and good evening to everybody. Okay, I will get back to the comments. Let's get into this clip, okay? All right, this first clip I'm going to show. Where are we? Okay, this first clip I'm going to show, we're going to show a little bit of how sociopath people, they're just a bunch of liars. They're fake, okay? Now, we're focusing on right now is called day 10 videos, okay? I'm showing clips of day 10. That was yesterday. And in day 10, this is where they show a little bit of when he was being interrogated after he, committed the crimes. So watch how he tried to play, play games. Yep, let's get it.
No, not you, not y'all saying that, but it's just I feel that way because
you're trying to guess.
I know you heard that. Oh my God. Oh, that fucking hurt.
Sure.
I know you heard that.
I heard it. In check. We're gonna go check with them. Maybe they'll listen to us a little bit better.
Fuck.
You want us to check?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, give us a minute.
See
what we got.
Dude, it gotta be something wrong, man. How in the hell is it?
Sometimes sprains will pop too.
Yeah, but why is it hurting like this and they say there's nothing? Dude.
Because sprains can actually be more painful than a break.
Whatever they did, it hurt so bad.
Why don't you keep the food and the soda and we'll be back in a few.
God.
Watch, ladies and gentlemen.
Want to tip up? Yeah. I think we got that Tylenol. We'll be right with you.
See, just proves he's a liar. He's sneaky. This is what sociopaths do. He tried to discourage everybody, from staying on topic of what he did because he realized, they have proof. There's cameras everywhere, and he lied to him. Oh, he's in so much pain. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get into another clip. Here goes Sewer Rat. Okay. And this one here, we still in day 10. Just give me a second here. All right, listen how he talks to the judge. Yep, Let's get into this judge thing. Give me a second because my computer keeps freezing up, unfortunately. Okay, let's get it. All right, we still on day 10. Let's see this clip.
Caution you, sir.
Do you understand what I was saying?
But you, during multiple times during the questioning of that witness, you were mumbling under your breath. You say disparaging remarks toward the court, toward the witness, or toward the process.
So if it was disparaging, what did I say?
Sir, you say things like it's not fair, or you make noises that suggest like you're disgusted with the ruling that is made.
So you're assuming what I mean by that, and when did I say
Mr. Brooks,
it wasn't
I'm
fair?
just making a record because
but you're making an incorrect record.
It's important that you demonstrate courtesy and decorum through these proceedings, and that you give respect to the witnesses who are testifying in the process.
Did the witness feel disrespected? Did the witness say anything about feeling disrespected?
Mr. Brooks, I'm not going to engage in this
I don't think
back
he did.
and forth with you because, first of all, it's a mischaracterization of my observations, number one. And
yeah,
number
but your
two,
observations are incorrect.
It's my job to ensure that under 906.11 that there's the effective presentation, and I'll just refer you to that once again. I'll read it into the record.
You don't need to read it.
Under
you don't need to read it. Just make sure that you make a correct.
The judge shall exercise reasonable control over the mode and order of interrogating witnesses and presenting evidence so as to do all of the following. Make the interrogation and presentation effective for the ascertainment of truth, avoid needless consumption of time, protect witnesses from harassment or undue embarrassment. Sub 2 talks about the scope of cross-examination. Sub 3 talks about leading questions, and when leading questions may be used to develop the witness's testimony. So with that, we'll take our break. I'll start the 15 minutes. It's 3:13. We are in recess. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. I did actually take note of when the court overruled one of Mr. Brooks' objections. His response was, stop trying to be slick.
Yeah, I did say that.
So just for the record, I thought that was very disrespectful.
Thank you. I would agree.
Judge, can we discuss scheduling at some point as well, either now or on the return?
We'll come back.
Why wasn't that addressed right when it happened?
Honestly, Mr. Brooks, I'm really trying hard not
Because
to highlight your
that's the definition of trying to be slick.
during the trial, and trying my best here to frankly minimize pointing those things out to the jury and instead pointing them out outside the presence of the jury. You may have noticed I've even started to say I'd remind the jurors that the comments of the parties or the attorneys are not evidence, so as to cast a broad brush and not simply highlight your conduct.
I haven't noticed anything, and
but all right, we're in recess. Thank you.
What conduct you referring to?
Help me to understand. How does he get away with talking to the judge like this? How does he get away with this? All right, let me read Emma Lewis' comment, which I had to pin this comment. I love it. Yeah, the courtroom is a circus show, and Brooks is the circus master. The focus of the entire court seems to be constant focus on Brooks' behavior, not on the 6 people he ran over. Exactly. It's like they coddling him. I just don't get it. But I'm going to show the clip of the prosecution because I could tell she was getting a bit annoyed with it. All right, what else did you say here? Will they mention Jackson Sparks' death? because if they did, I must have missed that day. I don't recall that one. Might have happened because I try to get like again bits and pieces. What else he said here? Kids were in the hospital. Oh my gosh, for months with broken bones and punctured organs. This man is a monster. Thank you for sharing that. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I don't understand this, Swoop. Well, I'll be showing more clips. You see, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's so many clips to show about his behavior towards the judge and in the courtroom. I'll be in here all night, but I'm just gonna show you some. All right, let's see what else we got here with this Brooks guy. Hold 2nd. Mm-hmm. All right, just give me a second while I share the screen here. I wanted to show something else. Okay, yep, you gotta see this clip here. Okay, I'm gonna show this clip here. Now, ooh, I didn't even share it. Hold a second. Okay, this clip here I'm gonna show you. And this clip here is don't nobody tell me what to do. Grown man. Oh, I couldn't believe when he did this yesterday in day 10. Oh, I was like, are you kidding me? And nothing happens. Hmm. You're the judge. This is your courtroom. I mean, I don't know all the ins out, but I just know when you disrespect the judge, you're not supposed to get away with that, correct? And he didn't do it once, he didn't do it twice, he didn't do it 3 times. He done it several times. It's called gaslighting. That's what he's doing. It's called gaslighting. All right, let me just read real quick what's gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in the victim's mind. Typically, gaslighters are seeking to gain power and control over the other person, by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition. Let's get it.
Can't keep doing stuff without. It should be a fair trial. That's my right. I shouldn't be able to do things without my knowledge. And pass it off to the jury like that's fair. They deserve to know that too.
The rest of you can have a seat as well. As soon as the jury's out, I'll make a record. All right, Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the reason documents are being put on the
I don't consent to being
stand
called that name.
are because this court indicated it would limit the movement of the parties due to your custodial status to keep things fair.
And I merely asked, how did it get there?
Sir, do not interrupt me or you will forfeit your right to be present in this courtroom.
So you're holding me in contempt? Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm going to make a record.
Are you holding me in contempt?
I'm not answering your questions.
So then you're not holding me in contempt.
Do not interrupt me again or you will go to the other courtroom.
Under what lawful law?
All right, he's interrupted me once again. We're going to clear the courtroom. He's being disrespectful. I'll make a record once he moves. Unless you can promise me right now that you let me make my record without you interrupting me, sir.
You gonna make your record? You can make your record.
Why is she talking to him like he's the child? And unless you're gonna not interrupt me, he's been interrupting you for days. Just send him out the courtroom, send him to the other place, and conduct the courtroom. I couldn't even believe this. Her whole tone, it was like she just submitted to him, to his needs, or whatever he wanted. I couldn't believe this when I seen this. All right, resume. Emma says, people say all sorts of stuff happens in prison, like relationships between the guards and inmates, which is true. I'm sure Darrell will have a continuous life of nonsense, even in prison. All right, resume the clip.
Please don't interrupt me.
Don't hold me in contempt.
I've never said any such thing.
Removing me from the courtroom, Your Honor, is essentially holding me in contempt.
All right. No, you're forfeiting your right to be present under Illinois versus Allen.
I didn't forfeit anything.
I'm going to start talking, and if he interrupts, then I will close this courtroom, and he will be taken to the next courtroom. Mr. Brooks, you are well aware that the court made some pretrial rulings related to whether there would be, they can stay in. I haven't closed it yet. He's not interrupting me. Whether the parties could.
Didn't what she just say sound like some sort of preschool teacher? Resume.
Approach the witness stand. And I did that because you're in custody, and I'm not going to allow you to approach the witness stand while in custody.
I'm going to pick up speed on this.
That is why various precautions have taken place to limit, frankly, that from happening. Throughout this trial, there was one instance at the very beginning of the case where I allowed the state to approach a witness. I corrected that. That hasn't happened since. We've had bailiffs take items up to the witness stand, or the items have been given to the witnesses, or they've been placed on the witness stand. That's proper. There is nothing wrong about that. Nobody's trying to pull a fast one over you. No one is doing something that's not permitted by this court, or frankly, under the rules of decorum and courtesy, or the presentation of evidence in this case. Frankly, from my perspective, sir, your attempts and your comments are to try to dig in at this jury and to somehow create doubt about the presentation of this case or the fairness of these proceedings without the party, meaning the state, having an opportunity to refute, explain, or correct it. I've taken the jury out at this point to admonish you that any further mumbling under your breath or not recognizing when I uphold or sustain an objection, that I will take as a disrupting interruption meant to disrupt the proceedings. I'm not holding you in contempt. I'm well aware that that's one of my options. I choose not to do it for the reasons that I've stated on the record previously. All right, you can forfeit your right to be present at any point in time during this trial by your conduct under Illinois versus Allen. When it is disruptive, when it does not follow the simple rules of courtesy and decorum, I draw your attention once again to SCR Chapter 62, which has been previously provided to you, which is under the statute there. These constant mumbling and interruptions during the proceedings. I haven't made a record of them today, but I will now. Started at 9:01, then there was 5 at 9:02, 3 at 9:03, 4 at 9:04, 1 at 9:05, 2 at 9:05, 1 at 9:06, 3 at 9:08, again at 9:17, 9:27, 10:31, 1:05. There was talking over by you at 2:03, 5 interruptions at 2:14, 2:15, 2:17, at 2:19. Audible muttering, 2:31, 2:33, what I would describe as inappropriate, like muttering under your breath, 2:35. At 3:06, there was a hilarious comment. At 3:11, there was what I would describe as arguing about the muttering and the irony of it all. At 3:12, there were 4 interruptions. At 3:37, more 4:09, 4:10, more mumbling. At 4:11, twice, and at 4:12, 9 different times. So I think I've made an ample record of the disruptions today. I've been abundantly patient with you. Again, as I stated earlier, I've even limited how I tell these things to the jury about how to disregard. And I simply say the jury is to disregard comments and statements made by the parties or the lawyers, as those are not evidence. So I'm warning you, do not interrupt again. If this jury comes back or when they come back and you do that, then you will be removed and you will forfeit your right to be present for the examination of this witness. Let's bring the jury back in.
Well, you might as well remove me then, because what you're doing is not fair. I can't even rebut what you're saying. I didn't interrupt you. I let you make your incorrect record.
Mr. Brooks, I'm bringing the jury out and we're continuing. We're going to get through these witnesses.
And I'm not stopping you from doing that.
Through your behavior, you're not going to delay these proceedings today.
I'm not trying to delay the proceedings, so I wish you would stop being incorrect on the record and saying what I'm trying to do if you don't know that. You don't know what I'm trying to do.
I'm bringing the jury out. I'm not going to argue with you.
Then don't. Because I'm not arguing with you either. I'm stating facts.
You're raising your voice. It's
because I'm tired of you always making a record. You're making a record of me trying to look bad. I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work.
I'm making a record of what's accurately.
You're making a record of incorrect statements. That's what you're doing. You're not making a record of not being.
I'm advising you to be quiet because the jury's coming back out.
You're advising me to be quiet? Is you telling me to be quiet?
To be respectful when the jury.
Are you telling me to be quiet, or are you asking me?
I'm asking you and advising you.
Okay, thank you for correcting that. Because don't nobody tell me what to do. I don't tell nobody else what to do.
I'd appreciate.
We're all adults in here. I've never told you to do anything at all.
How does he get away with this? I don't understand. I really don't get this. Well, we all know at the end of the day he is going to prison, but why would you let him disrespect you as a judge in your courtroom? And you keeping a journal of all the things that he's doing. It's just like what a preschool teacher does. Isn't that what they do? And then when the parent comes, say, little Johnny, he did blah, blah, blah. He has to act right, or I'm going to have to put him in the kitty corner. Resume.
Sir, I'd appreciate if your tone of voice would change.
I would appreciate if you asked me. I'm a grown man with grown kids. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. Nobody. I don't have a problem with doing what you asked me to do, not tell me. Just like when I asked you about subject matter jurisdiction that you have yet to prove on the record. But somehow I'm being intentionally disruptive. Come on, man. Stop. Just stop it.
Jury's coming out.
All right for the jury.
Not gonna work. I'm supposed to be scared of getting removed or something.
I don't know if y'all looking at his eyes. I really need y'all to look at his eyes. He's giving her the look of death. Like if he wasn't shackled at his ankles right now, he would jump across there and strangle her. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He gave this judge a serious look, and he didn't just do it for 2 seconds. He held it for a second. Continue, watch. Look at it. Look at it.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Statement continue its examination of this witness. I believe we're on exhibit 117.
Yes, we have 117. Madam Clerk, would you please turn the display back on?
Do you see his eyes? How he's looking at the judge? And you letting this happen? I know she had to feel these chilling eyes just staring at her. Who does he think he is? Look at him. I don't know. I didn't go to law school, so I don't know how this operates. But I always know is you cannot disrespect a judge. Anybody knows that. You know, in life, people have certain job titles that you have to respect, like officers, your principal, the judge. You know, these jobs come with automatic respect. I'm not saying you're supposed to kiss up to them, worship them, because nobody's supposed to do that too but God, okay? They're human beings just like you. But when they have these certain job titles, like President of the United States, you're supposed to respect them. But he doesn't care about authority. He doesn't care. He doesn't care because he's a sociopath. He lives his life the way he wants to be. He's been coddled all his life. He got away with crap. And he's getting it in this courtroom. I know at the end of the day he's going to go to prison, but this is ridiculous. She actually kept a journal of all the times he was disrespectful, and that was just for today. She didn't count the other days. And he's allowed to get away with it. Interesting. I think we have to go on to the next clip.
Mr. Johnson, were there other items on the front passenger seat besides the blue winter hat?
Objection, leave.
Wow, that was very interesting. Okay, I'm going to show another clip, and then I'm going to get into these comments. Just give me a second here, ladies and gentlemen, while I get the other clip. I wanted to show this clip here. That was today. You know what? We're going to get into day 11. Yeah, let's focus on day 11, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm not going to show no more day 10. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to focus on. Oh boy, it keep freezing. Just give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I apologize for that. Okay, now we're going to focus on day 11. Now, this one here, day 11, reason why I want to show this clip, because I thought it was very interesting. Because I know the prosecution has to be getting a little frustrated on, Sewer Rat's behavior, and also getting frustrated the fact that he's getting away with this. So let's hear what the prosecution had to say, this lady with the black hair. I know where she was heading to, but she was trying to be very polite about it, but I can tell where she was heading to about the judge. Tell me, what do you think? Share your thoughts. Let's get it.
Thing worth noting is the testimony of Detective Casey that this video was obtained from the defendant's own Facebook account as well. The court is well aware.
He said social
There's
media.
nothing that.
He didn't say what it was.
Sir, stop interrupting. We have to make a record of it. You've interrupted multiple times. I've been abundantly patient with you. Again, another interruption. So you need to be quiet and let the state make a record. Stop gesturing at me. Stop rolling your eyes at me. Stop mumbling.
I'm looking right at you. I'm not rolling my eyes.
No, you have throughout. I've seen it and I've made note of it.
I'm looking at you. Okay, so are you asking me to be quiet or are you telling me to be quiet?
Go ahead, Attorney Opper.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna take that
and
as
just
asking.
to indicate, Your Honor, this court has been abundantly patient with Mr. Brooks. He challenges the court's authority repeatedly. This court absolutely has the ability to tell him, sit down and be quiet. And you haven't done that. And I know why you haven't done that, Your Honor. And we appreciate that. He is not in control of this courtroom. You are. And he needs to respect that. This video was relevant based on his questioning of Detective Casey, as you just indicated, challenging his ability to identify the person who had their back turned to the camera in the still shot of State's Exhibit 175. Trials are fluid. When he opened the door to that, we came up with the video, which Detective Casey testified repeatedly on direct examination and cross-examination as to how he knew that was Mr. Brooks, because he had seen the rest of the video. He would not accept that. He pushed it and pushed it and pushed it until we played the video. The lyrics of that video probably would have been prejudicial. Originally, I wasn't going to ask for volume. Then I did, because he pushed it again, and his voice and his mannerism of speech, I thought, would have assisted the jury in identifying Mr. Brooks as the person in the video with the red SUV. However, you smartly asked me to play it without the audio, and I did that, and then I never went back to that. This is all to the benefit of this defendant, who continues to suggest and impugn the integrity of this court and this prosecution without basis. He doesn't like it because the evidence is stacking up and stacking up. And whenever it does, his response is to accuse you, the court, or the prosecutors of being unethical and hiding things. There is nothing in law that prevents me from pulling something out of my briefcase right now and making it an exhibit if it's relevant. You decide what's relevant, what's admissible, not Mr. Brooks. There is no law. He can cite to no law, no authority whatsoever that says I can't make an exhibit essentially on the fly if it's called for, and that's exactly what just happened here. So I apologize for my tone with the court. I don't mean to direct this at the court. It is very frustrating. The court has demonstrated much more patience than I have with Mr. Brooks.
Listen to her words. She's clearly saying, I'm really getting annoyed, and I think I'm getting more annoyed. It's with you, Judge. This is your courtroom. But she's just saying in a very nice way, and I have to respect the court. And I could see the frustration in her eyes. It's like, are you kidding me? I've been doing this for years, and I've never seen such a thing of a person be able to disrespect the courts. Resume.
Because again, I do not appreciate his impugning the integrity of these proceedings, of Your Honor's efforts to run a fair trial, and of our efforts to run a fair trial. We have ethical obligations as well to be fair in this courtroom. We have respected that entirely. The reason I was laughing 30 seconds ago was because the exhibit was mislabeled. There was an extra Y and it said Exhibity, EXHIBITY. And I turned around to the paralegal and pointed that out, and we laughed over it, the word exhibity. That was it. There has been no disrespect directed at Mr. Brooks directly in any fashion. So he can object all he wants, and he has made that clear. He will continue to object and obstruct the court and obstruct these proceedings every last chance he gets. But legally, everything has been above board and proper, and this exhibit is no exception.
This is insane. And I believe as you, Teresa, said, it's like he's the judge. I'm starting to get confused. It's like the whole focus of this court thing is about what the people that died and the people that has been hurt, the crime that he did. But we seem to lose focus. It's all about him. See, this is what I'm talking about with these sociopath and narcissists. They always find a way to shift focus on them. You could be having a conversation with a narcissist. I'm just talking about not everybody's narcissist who does this, but when they constantly do it, usually is a sign of a narcissism or a sociopathy about themselves. You can have a conversation with them about something, and you can say, hey, you know, today I just got a promotion at my job, and I'm so happy about it. They'll stop you mid-sentence and say, oh, yeah, okay, well, that's nice. Well, you know what, today I went to work and I did it. It's like, can we finish what I was just saying? No, they have to shift because they have to put the focus on them. Them. That's what it's all about. All right. What Pam says, the judge acts like she's scared of him. Yeah, I don't understand this. I've never seen nothing like this. I've never seen this. I've done basically lost all focus on what he did as a crime. I'm so much into every time I look at this in court, I'm like, well, what's next? He going to disrespect the judge, and how is she going to take it? One time, I think in the beginning, because I missed the first week of court, and she kicked him out kicked him out the room. All right, fine. Every time he disrespect, just kick him out the room, just keep him there. You know he's not going to stop when you kick him out. He doesn't care. He's doing that for attention and distraction. It's called gaslighting. All right. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm about sure that these people in the courtroom, in the court building, in the court building, people gossip on the jobs. You don't know how that goes. People talk about you on the job, the workplaces. It is what it is. In the church, it is. People just like to gossip, right? You think they're not talking about this judge at the workplace? Saying, "Oh my God, did you see what the judge did? She let that happen," whispering and stuff behind her back. And this little sewer mouse knows that. You see, when you're dealing with sociopaths, they always think that they're smarter than everybody else. They think they're smarter than you. All right, and they want to prove it, and they want to make you look like a little mouse. You know what I mean? And that was his whole goal. So even though he knows at the end of the day he's going to jail, he can't beat this. I mean, the pictures show him in the car driving. He took his mama's car and did this and destroyed the whole car and killed these people. And then first he beat up his girlfriend. Then he went to go run these people over. So it's quite obvious. He knows he's going to jail. So before I go to jail, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to gaslight everybody in here, put the focus on me, and I'm going to definitely pick at the judge because she's the high power one. You're my victim. You're my next victim. And I'm going to attack you every day I walk in this courtroom. You see, because these sociopaths and narcissists, I hate to say it, they watch you and they can kind of tell where your weakness is at. So he already sized her up. He knows her weaknesses. That's why he's getting away with what he's doing. Common sense. All right. Let's get into another clip. Now, this clip, like I said, just showed he was upset because due to the fact that they showed the video of him, a rap video. I'm gonna see if I can find that one. You can see that video. And he was quite upset they showed it. All right, so now we're gonna hear his response to her. Okay. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Share the screen. And hey, realist, blessings to you, brother. See, this is a picture when he was in the other courtroom in the beginning of the trial, and you see he's wearing his jail clothes because he's rebelling, like, I don't want to wear no suit. I don't wear a suit. Then also he turns around wearing a suit. You know what? Everybody's giving him too much attention, too much coddling. It's just ridiculous. But let me share the screen. I'm so sorry. Okay, like I said, we are in day 11. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm back. Can everybody hear me? I'm so sorry. My thing keeps freezing up. All right, just someone put in the comment section. Let me know. Do you hear me? I'm back. Just let me know before I start going here. I don't want to start going and nobody hears me. Can everyone hear me? Okay, good. All right, so clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm so sorry the freezing might happen again. Just hanging in with me, ladies and gentlemen, okay? All righty, now let's get it. We're going to show this clip. Now, this clip is going to be a response to the prosecution when she was going off. Now, let's hear what he has to say because he feels he's entitled. Resume.
To questions regarding cross-examination. So the objections were by the state. One had to do with there was questioning about possible testimony with his niece and nephew, and then the jail cell search issues. So Mr. Brooks, you asked the questions. The state had objected. Since you're the proponent of what would presumably come in through the testimony of Detective Casey, what is your offer of proof as to why I should allow Detective Casey to come back on the stand and testify about his interaction? I believe it was with your mom and possible testimony of your niece and nephew.
It don't matter with Detective Casey. He's off the stand. He's not going back on the stand too.
No, but I told you I would recall him. I wanted to take it up outside the presence of the jury.
How do I supposed to know?
So are you withdrawing that, sir?
How am I supposed to know? I think I deserve a chance to rebut what was just said. I think I deserve that much if it's a fair trial.
What information do you want to provide to me about that last exhibit?
About what last exhibit? I'm talking about the audacity of the prosecution to just put that on the record when it's stating it's untrue.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's untrue?
We just heard her talk for 5-10 minutes straight. Now don't nobody know what I'm talking about.
I don't know specifically what you're talking about.
There's a reference made to what I.
This is my little sister.
And this is my big sister, Gaia. My name's Amelia. I'm teaching Gaia karate.
To know about the evidence stacking up and this and that, as if that has any bearing on what I still think and what I'm still going to present. It doesn't.
Well, that's not what we're talking about at the moment. I made a ruling on an exhibit.
She's been laughing and making comments under her breath the whole time during the whole trial, and I never said nothing. I don't know what's being said, but I can tell that it's directed towards me. I'm not an idiot.
I haven't made any of those observations,
I didn't
sir.
say you. I didn't say you, Your Honor.
No. What I've observed is
listen, please.
Go ahead.
For her to sit there and try to play it off as if she's not referencing to me, she must think I'm an idiot. That is very disrespectful to me. I haven't said anything about that until today. She's done it numerous times.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're
laughing under her breath. Her trying to cover up the microphone so they can laugh and hee and key. That they've been doing that the whole time. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about it.
I have not noticed that. What I noticed are 3 attorneys who cover up the microphone so that they're not heard when they're conferring with each other about evidentiary issues or about testimony.
So why is it always laughing and giggling?
I haven't noticed that other than the one thing you pointed out.
Well, we have cameras. That's what the cameras are for.
Let's refocus our attention on what we're here for, and that's
this trial. I'll take that.
Do you have anything you want to put on the record?
I'm putting it on the record if I get a chance.
No, you need to let me finish. As it relates to the video and my decision to admit it.
She just admitted that she just now came with the exhibit. It was not that she just said, she just made it an exhibit. It was not an exhibit before she made it one.
So do you have some legal basis, sir, for your position?
What do I need legal basis for when she just admitted on the record that she just made this exhibit up right now?
That is a complete mischaracterization. Sure, she did not.
That's what. So she wasn't implying that by saying that she can pull anything out of her suitcase.
So that's a figure of speech.
Okay, so what is it implying to? What would that be implying to?
As
how would anyone? How would anyone? My
because you're not providing me with any legal basis.
I didn't even finish. You told me that I can make the record. I'm attempting to make the record.
Sir, as it relates to the video and my decision to admit it,
I just said that you didn't even let me finish.
You're not letting me finish.
You didn't let me finish either, Your Honor.
Because you're not providing me.
But how do you know I wouldn't get to that if I didn't finish?
You're not providing me with anything from a legal basis for which I would consider changing my mind. So the state's withdrawn their request to play the audio.
Then why play the video at all then?
I've already made a ruling on that. You're questioning the ruling. You're not asking me to reconsider it based on any legal basis.
There should be a legal reconsideration of it.
Then you need to provide me with the legal basis for that, sir.
So I'm supposed to just come off that with off the top of my head?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
You're representing yourself. It's not ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So I was supposed to already come in here this morning and say, oh, a video is going to be shown off the fly at the drop of a hat. Let me try to find some legal thing to combat. How am I supposed to do that?
The bottom line is you open the door to the playing of that video.
We're not talking about
opening no doors. And the video was previously provided to you during discovery. We're not talking about opening no doors.
We're talking about being fair.
There's absolutely no prejudice to you.
Your Honor,
in terms of surprise.
With all due respect, if I had done that,
I am going to move on.
If I had done that, it would have been a big thing.
I'm advising you.
Are you asking me?
I'm advising you, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm advising you to sit down and be quiet. And if you interrupt me again, you are on notice that you will forfeit your right to be present in this trial. So you're holding me contempt. Mr. Brooks.
For the entire trial? Did you say the entire trial?
I never said any such thing.
You said for the trial.
Please?
So what do you mean? I'm asking, what do you mean?
Mr. Brooks, you continue to come at me.
I don't consent to being called that.
You continue to fight with me.
I'm not fighting with you.
Disrespectful.
I'm not fighting with you. I'm not.
I'm going to give you one last opportunity to sit down and be quiet so I can make a finding as it relates to other things.
Are you asking me to do that?
I don't need to ask, I'm telling you. Thank you. There were two other issues that came up that I advised the parties I would take up outside the presence of the jury and give, if appropriate, Mr. Brooks the opportunity to ask further questions of Detective Casey. There was questioning by Mr. Brooks about possible testimony and why it had to do with it was in the context of him questioning Detective Casey about speaking with Dawn Woods, his mother, and about a time in August. And there was some reference to his niece and nephew. And I sustained the objection. I wanted to take it up outside the presence of the jury. That's the first issue. The second issue was the questioning of Detective Casey by Mr. Brooks related to the jail search. Do you want the opportunity to question Detective Casey about either one of these two topics? This is my first question.
Okay, why was it an issue with me bringing
Mr. Brooks, I'm only going to ask you one more time, and if you don't answer
if I don't understand what was the problem in the get-go with the question, how am I supposed to answer it now?
Mr. Brooks, listen to me, please. I'm going to ask this question one more time.
Man,
it calls for a yes or no.
I don't like your tone and the way you're talking to me. I don't.
Mr.
I don't
Brooks,
appreciate it.
Sit down. I don't care if you don't like my tone. You've been pushing my buttons all day throughout this entire trial, and I have shown the utmost of respect for you, and I don't appreciate you impugning the integrity of this court.
If that's what you want to call it, that's fine, but it's not accurate.
Stop talking.
What you mean, stop talking?
I need to make a ruling. Okay, I'm purposely not putting you in the other courtroom right now.
Let's talk to each other like adults then. Because I've never told you to stop talking.
I'm going to ask this question one more time, and if he doesn't answer it, I'll take it as a no. Do you want the opportunity to question Detective Casey regarding either his questioning or meeting up with your mom and your niece and nephew about possible testimony, or the search of your jail cell? Yes or no?
What was the problem with me asking the question about the jail cell?
He's not answering my question. We'll move on.
I'm trying to understand. If I don't understand, how do I know what I'm supposed to answer?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this? I just can't believe it. All right, my computer keeps freezing up here. I'm going to show you this other clip here. Let me just read the comments real quick. You can Frugal, I see you popped up in here. Okay, everybody said they hear me. What comments? Okay, we got Frugal. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to show you another clip. We're still on day 11. I think I have 2 more clips, so just hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Emma says, I think one of the witnesses even flipped off Brooks. The camera didn't show it, but there was sneaking in the court. Interesting. I didn't catch that one. Okay. What Frugal says, advise him again to get an attorney. Exactly. That's the thing about it, Frugal. It kills me. You gave the rights for attorneys. This is what they do all day. And they have their legal assistants to go and get the information, to put everything together for the attorney to present in court. So you decide to give it up. You're going to have to represent yourself. So, hey, it is going to be the way it is. Nobody's going to help you. And I see like the prosecution has been helping him a lot. This man has been coddled all his life. This is why he's getting away with the things that he do. Why is all these people helping him so much? How does he get away with disrespecting the judge and the courtroom and making it into a circus? It's insane. I never seen nothing like this. Never did. Probably does. He sure can get it. And nothing will happen to her because it's nothing but disrespect and it's all on cameras. Yeah, straight foolishness. I mean, Frugal. Everybody done basically forgot about why they in court. It's just all about, oh gosh, what's he gonna do next in court? He's gonna be disrespectful. How the judge is gonna let him get away with it? I done basically forgot about that. What he's in court for? This is just wrong. See, but this is what these sociopaths do. It's called gaslighting. He's manipulating the courtroom for his will. He knows what he's doing. He knows, and his target right now in this courtroom is the judge. Yep, it's the judge. All right, what Pam said, Pink Lady said she doesn't want a mistrial, which I understand she doesn't want a mistrial, but all this disrespect that's going on every day, I don't think it's gonna be a mistrial. Just put him in another room like they did before. Let me show the picture. They put him in another room, give him headphones. You know, technology has changed. Put him over there if he doesn't know how to act. That's it. Send him over there. I'm just saying. I mean, she goes to college for how many years to become a lawyer and a judge, paying student loans. You think I'm going to let this sewer rat disrespect me like that? No. It doesn't work that way. All right, what else she said? Seems like he wants one. All right, Pam says, I understand, but he is doing too much. Yeah, way too much. All right, let me share this screen here and show another video here if I can find it. My computer keeps freezing. It's just so annoying. Okay. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just give me a second or two so I can find this next clip of this sewer rat. Let me give y'all some music while you wait, because it's just too quiet in here. All right, here's a little music here while I try to find this next clip. This thing keeps freezing. All right, give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there. This clip is very interesting. You all must see this one. This happened on day 11. Do not leave out of here until you see this one. Oh, and get ready to pull out the violins, ladies and gentlemen. Pull out the violins. Yep, get the violins out. All right, I need to see some violins, ladies and gentlemen, because he deserves some violins right now. Yep. Typical sociopath. Okay, now I need some violins, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this clip that I'm getting ready to show is, oh, Mr. Sewer Rat. He gets emotional in the courtroom. After all this stuff he's been popping. Let's see see what's going to happen, and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Tell me, what do you think? Let's get it.
The defendant will now make an opening statement.
We
The
still in
purpose
day
of an
11.
opening statement is to give the defendant an opportunity to tell you what he expects the evidence will show so that you will better understand the evidence as it is introduced during the trial. I must caution you, however, that the opening statements are not evidence. With that, go ahead, sir.
Obviously, I don't have any rehearsed or well prepared speech, so I'm just gonna speak from the heart. I would just like to first say that I want to bring to remembrance something I think everyone in this room has been taught pretty much as far back as we can remember, is that there's always two sides to every story. And for so long now, roughly a year, there's only truly been one side told of this story. And I've sat back and watched from countless narratives that's been put out there, the way this incident has been portrayed at times, and finally everyone getting a chance to get the full story. You won't hear me try to argue facts. The fact is that this incident was tragic, very tragic. That's not lost on me. Facts are that
I'm gonna pick up the speed on this emotional scene, and thank you for the
there's still a lot of
violins,
people
ladies and
healing.
gentlemen.
A lot of families healing on both sides. And when I'm confident that the evidence will show, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. When I'm confident that the evidence will show is that this incident was not planned. This incident was not intentional. This incident was never even thought about.
This monster took his mother's car and drove to his baby mama's ex-girlfriend, beat her up, then took the car and drove through a parade. Yeah, and we're supposed to feel sorry for you, sir? Oh, typical sociopath, ladies and gentlemen. Resume.
It's easy to I'm sorry. Give me a second. I think it's easy to look at the magnitude of something like this and form opinions. I think it's easy to disregard a lot of factors. And I think in reference to what I stated earlier, it's easy to forget the other side of the coin. There's been a lot of suffering involved in this incident. A lot. Obviously, with the families, with the community, and even the alleged defendant's family as well. There's been a lot of suffering.
It's a blessed week, child.
A lot of misunderstanding. And I just want you to keep in mind everything that will be presented. In its totality, keep in mind. The power that you have. I believe that should escape your knowledge. This has been a long process for everybody. And what I believe is when it's time for you to make your decision, all of you. I believe that, and I pray that it's the right decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, pick up the speed on this a little bit.
That all the factors are weighed. There's been a lot of words thrown out there about the alleged. A lot of speculation, a lot of ridicule. Words like demon. Words like monster.
Sir, you are a demon, you're a monster, and you're a sewer rat. You look just like a rat. Look at you. You piece of crap. Killed those people. That 8-year-old boy died. And so many people wounded to this day. Going through PTSD, traumatized. Everybody's out here on Christmas, the holidays to celebrate, having spirits, good merry spirits, having a good time with their family, out here enjoying themselves. Let me show you a picture. Yeah, everybody's out here enjoying themselves, and here come your trifling ass, excuse my language, come drive it. Let me get this whole second. And come drive it through the crowd. Do you see this? And we're supposed to feel sorry for you? To my people calling you names, what are they supposed to call you? Everybody's out here having a good time, and here you come zooming in here after you beat up your girlfriend. And we supposed to feel sorry for you? You got to be kidding me. Resume.
I know a lot of the time I've been before you see me with this mask on. I've had my reasons for that. But I feel now is the time it's important that you see me for who I am. No mask. For who I am. I think this is the moment for that. I pray that your eyes and ears remain as open as possible. You understand that you alone decide this case, this matter. The power is in your hands, all of you.
Hey everybody, so
To determine for yourselves what truth is. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Looking with the Holy Bible on the table.
Do we have their writing materials available? All right.
Pull out the violins again, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Brooks, you ready to call your first? Would be your second witness, actually. You need a minute? I'm going to take a short break. I'll rise for the jury, please. We'll be on shortly. The materials that you were looking for, let us know if there's something you need in that regard. And Attorney Opper, if you could perhaps just confer with him over which witnesses are here. I'll step off the bench while you do.
Oh, things is hard, right? You can't take it, huh? Can't take it, huh? You didn't mean to, right? Yeah, sure you didn't. Because that picture I seen you drive through that crowd, it was demonic. You knew what you was doing. I can't believe your mother supports you. I can't believe that. Why did she bail you out of jail? She known that you was a loser. She should just cut you off and let you go. And then you took her car and ruined it. She probably out here taking a bus now. I don't know. She probably was paying a car note. Only car she had, struggling to keep it. Mm-hmm. And you just took it and crashed into here. And if I'm correct, I stand to be corrected. But he tried to run over his ex-girlfriend with the car. So he's totally out of his mind. He's completely out of his mind. Thank you, Pink Lady, for the violins. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to show the ending of today. Let's see what's interesting, how he just switched gears with it. You know, once he's being disrespectful, gaslighting, now he's crying boo-hoo. Now we see the other person. See, this is what I'm saying about it. They have different personalities. They wear a different mask all the time. You don't know what you're going to be dealing with. They have different personality. All righty. Give me a second while I share the screen. Okay, this is the last clip we're going to see. We're going to see what happened at the ending of court. Okay, this is the last scene I'm going to show. We're going to see what's going to happen at the ending of court. Very interesting. I just want you to see, how his personality changes. Excuse me. Make sure people that's coming hit that like. Let's get it.
And you are excused from your subpoena. It is 4:34, so we will end for the day. And I will read my instructions to the jury once again. Do not begin your deliberations and discussion of the case until all the evidence is presented, and I have instructed you on the law. Do not discuss this case among yourselves or with anyone else until your final deliberations in the jury room. This order is not limited to face-to-face conversations. It also extends to all forms of electronic communications. Do not use any electronic devices such as a mobile phone or computer, text or instant messaging, or social networking sites to send or receive any information about this case or your experience as a juror. If you come in contact with the parties, lawyers, interpreters, or witnesses, do not speak with them. For their part, the parties, lawyers, interpreters, and witnesses will not contact or speak with the jurors. Do not listen to any conversation about this case. Do not research any information that you personally think might be helpful to you in understanding the issues presented. Do not investigate this case on your own or visit the scene, either in person or by electronic means. Do not read any newspaper reports or listen to any news reports on radio, television, over the internet, or any other electronic application or tool about this trial. Do not consult dictionaries, computers, electronic applications, social media, the internet, or other reference materials for additional information. Do not seek information regarding the public records of any party or witness in this case. Any information you obtain outside the courtroom could be misleading, inaccurate, or incomplete. Relying on this information is unfair because the parties would not have the opportunity to refute, explain, or correct it. Do not communicate with anyone about this trial or your experience as a juror while you are serving on this jury. Do not use a computer, cell phone, or other electronic device, including personal wearable electronics, applications, or tools with communication capabilities to send any information about this case. For example, do not communicate by telephone, blog post, email message, text message, instant message, social media post, or in any other way on or off the computer. Do not permit anyone to communicate with you about this matter, either in person, electronically, or by any other means. I appreciate that it is tempting when you go home in the evening to discuss this case with another member of your household, but you may not do so. This case must be decided by you, the jurors, based on the evidence presented in the courtroom. People not serving on this jury have not heard the evidence, and it is improper for them to influence your deliberations and decision in this case. After this trial is completed, you are free to communicate with anyone in any manner. These rules are intended to assure that jurors remain impartial throughout the trial. If any juror has any reason to believe that another juror has violated these rules, you should report that to me. If jurors do not comply with these rules, it could result in a new trial involving additional time and significant expense to the parties and the taxpayers. You are to decide the case solely on the evidence offered and received at trial. With that, we'll see you all tomorrow morning. We'll begin at 8:30. All rise for the jury. Thank you. Be seated. I know, Mr. Brooks, I think you wanted to make a more full record just regarding the timing of that last witness. I'm not going to put all of the details on the record. We made a record in closed session just due to a privacy issue related to that witness. And I required you essentially to call that witness out of the preferred order that you had given her availability. I believe you wanted to put on the record the information you initially had from Attorney Opper was general about her unavailability on Friday, which was the day, as I understand, that you preferred to call her, and more information was provided today. I don't want to get into the specifics, but would that be a fair characterization of kind of the discussion we had outside the presence of the public?
Yes, fair.
Anything you want to add to that?
No, just pretty much sums it up.
Okay, good. So
I felt that it would be, thinking about it as everything was happening so fast, I was just like, yeah, it probably would be best to, take the procedure that she's having into account, because it could be.
I don't want to go into that while we're still in the public record.
Right.
All right, due to her privacy rights. But I appreciate your understanding with that and calling her. I did require you to call her out of order, but I appreciate your understanding and of that. I don't think there's anything else I need to cover at this time, unless there's something from either one of the parties. From the state first.
No, but we would like some further direction from the defendant as to who he wants here tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, if he wants us just to continue that list that he originally provided, or if there's an update. And we could do that off the record, Your Honor. I don't know that we need you involved, but.
Okay, thank you. Then hopefully the parties can figure that out without me needing to be involved further, but anything from you, sir?
No, I'm just gonna say with that, I'm not gonna put them in specific order.
Not looking for the order, but we're behind given the timetable and the understanding between, as I understand it, between you and the state. So
he was just crying. Now he's going to try to play tricks with the courts. You see what I'm saying? How their personality just changes all the time. They wear several masks. Okay, let's resume. Listen to this crap. He think it's back again with the gaslighting, trying to manipulate the court. Let's get it.
State has the list.
So generally speaking, you've been taking about a half an hour, I would say, for each witness. At least that one took about 35 minutes. If we go on that schedule, do you think, understanding we take a mid-morning break, a lunch break, and a mid-afternoon break, I would think we could get through at least 3 to 4 tomorrow morning and 3 to 4 in the afternoon. I'm going to have the parties be available for that and be ready for that, whatever order, but
All the parties?
yes, both you and the state.
So at this point, there's no telling what witnesses will be here tomorrow, right?
Well, based on the groupings that you gave to the state, it sounds like we got through only one from each
Right.
kind of category that, so we'll go back to the first would have been Thursday morning. You need to call the rest of Thursday morning. Was there 2 left of that?
Yes, correct.
And so let's do Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon. The people you designated, I'm going to direct the state to have here tomorrow morning. That's 4 witnesses, whatever order of those 4.
It's 5, but yes,
It's 5?
we'll have them here based on your original list.
And then how many does that leave? Because I'm
That's what I'm trying to
doing
figure out.
good with math this
4.
late in the day. 4, so 4 in the afternoon then. So our hope is to get through all your witnesses
I can't say this for the
tomorrow.
record. One witness I intend to call tomorrow is not going to be 35 minutes.
Fair enough. Do you plan to call that person in the morning or the afternoon?
I'm leaning towards the afternoon. That could change depending on the flow of the morning, I would guess. If the morning goes pretty.
Can you tell me which list they were on when you gave it to the state? Was it Thursday afternoon, Friday morning, or Friday afternoon?
I didn't put them on days, but I believe they were in the the second flow names. If
Just want to tell me who it is so we can prepare, so that person is told to come in the afternoon rather than wait through the morning.
I don't want to say who it is.
Well, I want the person to be here when we're ready to go, but
They were here today, if that helps.
Yeah, I know who it is. It's Erica Patterson, Your Honor. There's no
Maybe.
mystery here.
Maybe
all right,
it is,
that's
maybe
what I
it
would
isn't.
have, kind of who I thought it would be as well.
So,
I'm going to have her come tomorrow afternoon. Then. I'm
okay,
not
we
gonna
will have
her
you
come in
here
the
at 1
morning.
o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
So we
Thank
need to
you.
be mindful of people's schedules.
Thank you. Please. We'll have everyone else here. at
That's
8:30.
interesting because what if that was not who I was referring to?
Then you need to tell me right now so I can make an alteration to that.
Come on, Judge.
Sir, we're at the end of the 3rd week of trial.
So
I
can we
need
at
to
least
keep
be
this
fair?
moving
Can we at least
along.
be fair and say that's not due to me though?
That would not be fair to say.
How?
It's
How? The state said that they needed 5 to 7 business days to present their case. Did they or did they not say that on the record?
and there's
So how
it doesn't
did
matter how we got there at this point. I'm trying
Then they
my
need to
darndest
chop, chop.
to get all the
Should've been
witnesses
chop, chop.
done. So I'm directing the state to have Miss Patterson come tomorrow afternoon.
If that's
the
what I was
other
referring to, which I
witnesses?
wasn't, but everybody think they know what I'm thinking.
Then you need to tell them if it's someone else, and if you want her here in the morning.
I'll
then
say
that-
this. Everybody that was here today that didn't get called, have them here tomorrow. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people.
And you need to tell me who you want in the morning, not by the order, and who you want for the afternoon. Otherwise, I'm going to make the order that I just made.
No, how you gonna make the order for me?
Under 90611, sir.
No, you can't. I can call. I have the right to call them in the order that the state didn't have to have an order. And I'm guessing
No, but the
Correct me if
state's
I'm wrong, but
helping
I'm-
you out in terms of the order,
they were helping me out with serving.
and
the
they're helping you.
subpoenas. Not the
So
order of how I would call the witnesses, but the subpoenas. And I gave the state.
do you want to be responsible for calling each person tonight and telling them what time they need to be here? Or should we let the
See,
state
here we
do
go
that?
with this again. It's something that's impossible to do.
That's not true. You have
How's it
access
not
to a
true?
phone.
So somebody's gonna answer a collect call from someone they don't even know. Nobody in this courtroom will answer a collect call and pay for a
That's
phone call from
not
somebody
my
that you not
understanding of
know.
how it works at the jail, that you can,
Yes.
there's other means to make
There-
phone.
Well, that's why you should have had a lawyer. But you turned down your lawyer, so this is what you have to deal with. But we're supposed to feel sympathy for you, correct? Resume. Almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Just hang in here.
There is no other way to utilize the phone.
Well, maybe I'm wrong on that, but be that as it may, the state is helping you out. This is to make tomorrow go as smoothly as possible, to be effective, to be efficient, and to use all of our time wisely.
Your Honor, with all respect, I did what was asked me to do. I provided them with the list of the witnesses that I will call. I stated before that I would not put them in order, and the state accepted the list that I gave them. So why, at this point, is
Who are the
everything
witnesses who are here
being a
today?
problem?
Kohler, Douglas Kohler, Detective Guth, Erica Patterson, Christopher Bertram, and Jason Hayes were here today, in addition to Ms. Reimer. Ms. Reimer's now done. Nicholas Kirby was also here today. He's done. If we are going to continue to assist Mr. Brooks in getting these witnesses here, we need to have a reasonable time schedule. These witnesses don't just show up by the tooth fairy. We have to communicate with them. They have jobs. They have families. I've explained this 3 times to Mr. Brooks. If he wants our assistance.
Objection, she can chill with all
he
that. She can chill with all that
needs
tone.
Hold on.
Cooperate.
I know.
Get on that if that's what it
Hey,
is.
I know it's been a
Definitely
long
get on
day.
that.
Let's keep this civil.
That's what I'm trying to do, but
So
she gonna have to tone it down.
Hear the street talk coming out in them. Say, ooh, hey, naturally, long time. Hey, girl, how you doing, diva? Resume. Have you been watching this trial? Let me know. Let me know. All right, resume.
I think both of the parties are getting a little frustrated. I'm getting frustrated. So I'm Kohler, Guth, Hayes, Patterson. I missed a fifth.
Bertram.
Guth is a police officer, right?
Yes.
I know who Eric Patterson is. How about Kohler, Hayes, and Bertram? Are those citizens?
They're citizens that relate to the parade, I believe, and post-parade. Not the DV.
It seems to me that even with one of the witnesses taking more than 35 minutes, that doesn't fill up the whole day. So we need to have some other people on that list for the afternoon.
So I will just continue to work in the order of the list that was provided, Your Honor. I think that's the only reasonable thing we can do at this point, or we can do it alphabetical, or we can do it by random lot, because I don't know really what else to do.
By the list that was given.
What was the order of the list that you were given?
The first three were Kirby, Kohler, and Guth. The next line has three names: Patterson, Bertram, Hayes. The third line has three names: Reimer, Aldrich, and Lescano. The last list has two names and then also reads the state of Wisconsin.
First three people on the list you need advised to be here.
Okay, that was the end of the day 11 at court. I do want to show you one more clip. I want you to see this rap video. Just give me a second, see if I can find it. If y'all need to leave, I understand if you want to leave, but I really want to see if I can find this clip. I should have pulled it up before. But if you need to leave, I completely understand because I had y'all here for a minute. But I want to show this other clip. It's maybe about like 5-6 minutes. But I want you to see his rap video. You just got to see it. Let me put some music on. All right, let me see if I can find it. And naturally, this is insane. This man's representing him. This is that lunatic that drove that car through that parade last year during the holiday season. I think this is the video. I might have to fast forward because I got to find the spot where it starts. I just want you to see the video. Yep, I found it. Yes, I did. Okay, this was the video that they had showed of him and what made him go like bonkers. All right, let me share it. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna show this clip here. I want you to see this this rap video he did. I don't understand. Oh, and by the way, I didn't tell y'all, he does have 3 children. He has I put in my notes somewhere. Oh gosh, I can't find my notes. Hold a second. I think I have it here. He has an 18-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, and a 7-year-old daughter. Who the heck would lay down with this piece of crap and have a child with him? I just don't get it. I really just don't. If I have time over the weekend, I'll show you the ex-girlfriend that had testified. We'll see. Okay, let's get it. Hold a second.
I'll make a ruling and I'll take that up.
Okay, I understand.
Thank you.
So we will play the entire video, Your Honor, 2 minutes, 33 seconds.
Objection to that. Why does the whole video need to be played? Is this setting the foundation?
It's relevant. You questioned the officer about it. You questioned
I
this
question him
detective
about
his knowledge.
the still frame from the video. The video wasn't even in the exhibits that I received. I actually didn't even receive them. They
Mr.
were
Brooks, please
obtained.
stop. The jury will disregard his statements. He's not testifying. The video's playing.
See, we got some 30-something-year-old pushing 40 want to be a rapper. Resume.
So play the sound. I want to hear it now.
I'll address that later.
We address why it was created out of the blue too.
Thank you. Sir, did you see during the playing of that video the image?
Okay, I'm gonna stop showing that video. So there's no need. I just want you to see the thug in him. This piece of crap. And and by the way, this is October Domestic Violence Awareness Month, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this man is a true clown. This man is definitely a sewer rat. I just don't understand. I really just don't get it how he was able to be up in this courtroom. I done lost a focus on what the court was all about, because every day he just comes in here, he just show himself. He puts all the tension on him. He gaslights. He manipulates the people in here. He wants everybody to focus on him. He feels like he's entitled. We just seen a second ago, he's crying, boo-hoo, tissues, tears coming down, everything. Next thing you know, he's over here smiling, playing games, trying to be mysterious about who he's going to have on here tomorrow. You know what, please? And he talking about, well, people to help him out and everything. Well, no, you decide to represent yourself. And you're in the jailhouse, so, well, hey, this is what you have to do. And it seems like the prosecution has been helping out a lot for him, making calls for him, giving him paperwork and everything. They don't have to do that. And the judge is like, to me, coddling him. I don't know the whole situation. Maybe there's something behind the scenes. But as I was reading people's comments, as was watching the court, they kind of like, what's going on with the judge? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. But oh well. I might be streaming in the day tomorrow if I'm able to, because I'll be working from home tomorrow. So I'll probably be, stream it when it's live. We'll see what happens. But if not, I have some sort of recap over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you for being here. And Miss Naturally, oh my gosh, no, my goodness, he don't mind. He don't need to be doing this at this age. Yeah, he's one of those 30-something-year-old, pushing 40. He wants to be a rapper. Really? Really, dude? You're trying to find a scapegoat or trying to get yourself a job, getting an education, going to college, getting a trade, doing something? No, instead he wants to be a rapper. He wants to beat on women, take his mother's car, drive through a parade, and we're supposed to feel sorry for you. And then plus, if I'm correct, he drove his car through his ex-girlfriend. I can't believe he has 3 children. Oh gosh, this must be embarrassment to them. You sure can't pick your parents, can you? You really can't. Supposedly a lot of high up corporate CEOs and politicians are narcissists too. That is true. And sociopaths. It's not it's not just thugs who are nuts. Some sociopaths are powerful positions. Yes, and that's one thing about we say about sociopaths. Usually they do have high positions. They love to be in power. That's their whole thing. They have to be in power and control. And they're so charming, manipulative, and cunning that they work their way to get there. They like to be salespeople, politicians and stuff, just like you said, because that's the kind of jobs that they like. They want to have control over people's lives and treat them like a little puppet, Mm-hmm. What did it say? Cobra. Oh, I love that. I love your Avatar. I love that movie. What was the name of the movie? Was it just called Cobra with Sylvester Stallone? I forgot, but that was a great movie. Yep, go to jail. Yeah, just dump him in jail, never come out. Never, 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 never come out. All right, naturally said exactly. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for hitting the like button. I'm so sorry for all the freezing up and stuff. Oh, it's just annoying. But if you did hit the like button, make sure you hit it on your way out. All right, so everybody, make sure you date smart, not thirsty. Ladies, don't waste your time dealing with some sort of sewer rat like this. Who are these women that had your children? Who? Why? Those poor kids having you as a father, and then you showing yourself in this courtroom. Look at them. What a shame. And you are a sewer rat. Your mothers have the nerve to say, "Don't treat my son like a sewer rat." Well, your son is a sewer rat. Look what he did. Look what he did. And he doesn't have no remorse. He doesn't care. All right, what was the last 2 comments here before I go here? All right. Yam says, you're welcome. And blessings to you. Blessings to everybody. Yep. This is something else. All right. All right. Good night, everyone.